Chapter 6, Webb in Charge. I put my uniform on the correct way for the team stretch, which is how we start every practice. Malik's my partner, and right now we're working our hamstrings, the last muscles we stretch before running and conditioning. For hamstring stretches, one person lies on the grass on his back with the legs straight up, while the other person leans in and slowly presses the leg a little higher. All the renegades take stretching seriously, even though we like to goof around, talk, and eat. I'm lying on the grass on my back, and Malik's pressing against my heel. With his free hand, he's eating a blueberry muffin, and he's eating it the way he always eats his muffin. First the stump, then the top. I can tell the muffin he's holding is loaded with blueberries because they're glistening in the sun, just like Malik's eyes. "Dude, what are you staring at?" he asks. "Huh? What are you staring at?" But before I can answer, he shakes his head so that some of the crumbs fly out and land on me. "Nasty," I say, swatting them away. "I'm sharing my muffin with you," Malik laughs, and more crumbs shoot from his mouth. "Never again can you accuse me of hogging my muffin tops." "Switch it up, renegades," Braden says. At every practice, a different player leads the stretches, and today it's Braden's turn. I hold out my hand so Malik can pull me up, but when he takes it, I grab his arm with my other hand and pull him to the ground and jump to my feet. I then brush the crumbs still on the front of my jersey onto him. "You can never accuse me of hogging my muffin tops," I say. He swats them off. "How do you come up with that upside-down uniform idea?" Malik asks, rolling onto his back and raising his right leg. "How do you think? YouTube?" he says. Malik knows I spend most of my non-baseball playing, non-sleeping, non-going to school hours on YouTube. I rest his ankle on my shoulder, lean forward, and slowly push his leg toward him. I found this video of a New York Mets player from the 1980s dressed like that, I say. Everyone thought it was the funniest thing ever, the players, the announcers, even the other team. I found the video accidentally, which is how I found most things on YouTube. A video ends, and the next one autoplays, and I end up watching it. That's what happened with this. I was watching baseball blooper videos, and after one, the video of the Mets player started. That's how I discovered Glen Burke last year. I was watching highlights of the 2017 World Series when my Astros beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. And after one video, a video about the Astros-Dodgers rivalry from the 1970s to the 1990s started. Back then, they were in the same division in the National League. Then a video about the Los Angeles Dodgers teams from the 1970s began to play, and then a video about Glen Burke came on. "Other leg, renegades," Braden calls out. I jump back so Malik can drop his right leg and raise his left, but before I put his ankle on my shoulder, I grab his sunglasses out of his glove and put them on over my cap. "Who am I?" I ask. I pretend I'm trying to catch a pop-up and shield my eyes from the sun with my hand. I got it. I then watch the make-believe ball fall to the ground. I don't got it. Ben, and Lewis are stretching beside us. They both burst out laughing. "Dude, I've never lost a ball in the sun during a game," Malik says. "It's only a matter of time," I say. Malik holds up a fist. "Never." "Webb's going to go nuts the first time you do," I say. "Never going to happen." During games, Malik sometimes wears his sunglasses on top of his cap because he likes the way it looks. Ben, Lewis, and some of the other renegades do the same thing. The coaches can't stand it. They say if you're going to wear sunglasses, wear them on your eyes or don't wear them at all. I know it's only a matter of time before someone loses a ball in the sun while their glasses are on top of their cap. And when that happens, I want to be in a galaxy far, far away. "How funny would it be if it happens when your mom is ringing her cowbell?" I say, laughing. "Never going to happen," he says again. Malik's mom sometimes brings a cowbell to our games, and he hates that she does. Whenever she rings it, he covers his face with his glove. It can get pretty annoying, and one time last year, a bunch of parents from the other team asked her to not ring it as much, and none of the parents from our team stood up for her. "Okay, gentlemen," Webb says, waving us over, "let's bring it in." We bring it in by the safety fence in front of the first base dugout. I sway from foot to foot because I'm never able to stand still during these mini meetings. We have 2 big games this weekend against the Thunder, Webb says, after which the Renegades will be 7-1, Theo says. Yeah, Kareem holds out his fist to Theo, but Theo leaves him hanging. After which will be 7-1. We go 1 game at a time, Webb says. He blows into his hand and then tucks them into the pouch of his blue Renegade's hoodie. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Theo and Kareem are right. We should be 7-1 after this weekend, but we really should be 8-0. The only game we lost was against the Fury right after Coach Trent got hurt. If we do sweep the Thunder this weekend, we'll be in first place with a 2-game lead in the standings. Even if we go only 50% the rest of the way, we will still make the playoffs. But the Renegades are not going only 50% the rest of the way. We do 1 game at a time, Coach Knowles says, but heading into the bye week on a hot streak isn't a bad thing. Hear, hear, Coach Rockford adds. We don't have games next weekend because of Easter, but we will still have practices on Tuesday and Thursday. A few housekeeping items before we start our station work, Webb says. As you know, I'm trying not to change things too much from the way Coach Trent ran the show, but I'm making a few tweaks here and there, and I'm making one of those tweaks right now. Uh-oh, Theo says, smiling. Yeah, uh-oh, Webb nods and smiles back. Coach Trent let you text him if you couldn't make practice or game. No more. If you can't make a practice or a game, I want to hear from you. Not your mom, not your dad, from you. I get a phone call, not a text. Why the change, Coach Knowles asks. Webb looks at Coach Knowles. Because that's the way I want things done, he says. No reason, Coach Knowles says. I'm swaying from foot to foot a little faster. It's weird when Coach Knowles and Webb go back and forth like this. It's not the first time they have, and I'm not the only one who's noticed. Ben, Lewis, and Malik have all said something about it too. If you can't make it to a practice or a game, Webb says, I want to hear it from you. I don't see how it makes much of a difference, Coach Knowles says. Then it shouldn't matter. Coach Knowles folds his arm. Does the new role apply to coaches' kids and coaches' nephews? Webb pauses. It most certainly does, he says. Rules apply to everyone. Full stop. Hear, hear, Coach Rockford gives a thumbs up. Renegades are responsible. When Coach Trent got hurt, it was never a thing that Webb became the head coach and Coach Rockford stayed assistant coach because Coach Rockford didn't want to be head coach. But when Coach Knowles became an assistant, I'm pretty sure he thought he'd have more say. When he was a parent in the bleachers, he was always shouting at Coach Trent to bring in Braden to pitch and to make changes. But Coach Trent rarely listened, and Webb rarely listens now. We're taking 5 laps around the field today, gentlemen, Webb says. 5? A few kids say at the same time. You heard me, Webb says, pulling his hand out of his pouch and holding it up. It will help you keep warm out here. 5 sprints. That was another one of Webb's tweaks. At the start of practice, Coach Trent always had us jog a lap or 2 around the field, but Webb makes us sprint. I, for one, want to see you pushing yourselves out there, Webb says. Go hard, and then when you finish, check in with Coach Knowles. Coach Knowles waves his clipboard. I have your individual assignments, he says. We have 4 stations this afternoon, Webb says. Hitting, agility and speed, infield and outfield, Coach Knowles interrupts. Webb pauses again. Hitting, agility and speed, infield and outfield, he says. As you go from station to station, we've targeted specific skills areas we want you focusing on. Put in the extra work this afternoon. Hear, hear, Coach Rockford says. Now I've got one more tweak. Webb holds up a finger. You just said it was only 1 tweak right now, Ben says, smiling. 1 tweak then, 1 tweak now, Webb says. Renegades, take a knee. He waits for everyone to kneel. Everyone here knows how I feel about taunting, he says. I'd prefer you didn't, but if you're getting it from the other team, I'm not going to stop you. But I am putting a stop to the monkey taunts. No more monkey in a tree chants, no more monkey sounds, and no more monkey scratching. Why not? Theo asks. Because people might think you're being racist, Webb answers. We're not being racist, I say. We know you're not, Webb motions to Coach Rockford and Coach Knowles, but someone else might think that you are. How's it being racist? Theo asks. Making monkey gestures and making monkey sounds is racist, Coach Rockford answers. How? Kareem asks. When fans taunt black athletes with the monkey chants, those fans are being racist, Coach Rockford says. When soccer fans do it, the clubs get penalized. But that's not why we're doing it, I say. We know you're not, Webb says again. On the Renegades, we have black kids, brown kids, a black coach, Coach Rockford interrupts. A black coach, Webb says, motioning to Coach Rockford. We have kids from all over, but all it takes is one person. He holds up a finger again. If one person thinks we're being racist, we're being racist. Hear, hear, Coach Rockford says. Perception is reality. That's exactly it, Webb says. If one person decides that it is an issue, it becomes an issue. So in order to avoid having it become an issue, we're not doing it anymore. Full stop. I stand as soon as Webb says full stop because I can only take a knee for so long. Wait, I say, shaking out my legs and smiling. There's one more thing. Malik starts to crack up because that's how well he knows me, and he already realizes what I'm about to do. I'm about to imitate Webb. I used to imitate Coach Trent all the time. The way he kicked at the dirt when someone made a mental error, the way he chewed his gum, and the way he stood in the dugout with his arms folded and hand on his chin. But this will be the first time I'm imitating Webb in front of everyone. We're taking 5 laps around the field today, gentlemen, I say in a deep voice. 5 sprints. Push yourselves. Go hard. Everyone's laughing. I, for one, want to see you putting in the extra work this afternoon. I swing my arms up and clap like Webb when he's coaching third. Renegades are ready. Renegades are ready. Webb smiles and pumps his fist at me. I need to lighten things up and get us back into a baseball-playing frame of mind. That's what Glen Burke would have done.